From Highland Park, New Jersey, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you wish you ordered another drink. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Joseph Martelli.
Thank you. Anybody been to Highland Park? Yeah. Right? Nice little town, right? You guys, any news buffs here? I'm a news buff. Well, Fox News right here, right? Yeah. Pegged you, right? Keep it on. No, don't worry. No Trump, no Biden. Not going to do any of that stuff. St. Patty's, right? We just had it. Some Irish folks here, I heard, right? Did you guys go nuts? What'd you do? I didn't do anything either. But the Prime Minister of Ireland, you know what he did? He resigned 1 month early. How crazy did he get on St. Patty's Day? What was he, streaking through the grassy knolls? Going down on a leprechaun? It's weird. Kate Middleton, you heard about her? Yeah, right? She's been MIA. Maybe dead? Probably not dead. But she supposedly posted some doctored photo on social media. Whoopity-doo, right? Every photo I post is doctored. Any photo I upload to Instagram or Facebook, right? I'm making my jawline look better, muscles, my skin looking like porcelain. I'm basically trying to turn myself into Ryan Gosling. That's my goal, right? And sometimes I'll get lazy. I'll just upload a photo of Ryan Gosling. Hashtag brunch with Margot. Ghostbusters, right? There's another one. Can you believe that? After 40 years, the first one came out. And they have another one. Have you seen Bill Murray lately? He looks like a ghost. He looks like a ghost, right? I would not want to bump into him in a dark library at night. I don't know who I'd call. Call somebody. But I think that they went full circle. They went full circle, right? They started off as ghost hunters. That's how the franchise is going now. Then they're going to be ghosts haunting the city. March Madness. Anybody doing the bracket? Yep. Right? Yeah, my office is all in on it. Right? Somebody convinced me. They convinced me, Joe, you got to get in on this. Put some money down. I looked into it. You know what the odds of getting a perfect bracket are? 1 in quadrillion. 1 in quadrillion. Didn't even know that was a number. I can only count as high as trillion. I didn't know about quadrillion. But I was like, no, I'm not going to waste any money on this, right? I'm going to play the odds a little better. New Jersey Powerball, 1 in 300 million. That's a safer bet. Safer bet for me. Right, enough for the topical stuff. Everybody heard the DARE program? I mean, you guys, your kids were probably in the DARE program, right? I was in the DARE program, 5th grade. Officer comes in, right? Scares us straight about the dangers of drugs. Don't do them. They're drugs. They scared us straight, and it worked. It was a good program. It worked for about a year until 6th grade when, like, weed was everywhere, right? I remember Timmy came up to me and was like, Joe, I got a joint. I was like, spark that baby up. I got algebra in an hour. I don't want to be sober for that. Then the T-shirts, right? Everybody was wearing the DARE T-shirts, but we wore those ironically. Those weren't like, we weren't really supporting the DARE program. Well, in 5th grade, we had the program where I went to school. And the officer said, you know, I want you guys to all write an essay of why you won't do drugs. And I did it. We all did it. And I won. He picked me to present my essay to the entire school. So my main argument, this is all true, my main argument was, I don't want to do drugs because I want to be an electrician someday. And if I do drugs, I'll be electrocuted, right? I'm going to get electrocuted. That was my main argument, right? Looking back, I'm like, what if the officer pulled me aside and be like, Joe, you're 10, right? Life hasn't beaten you down yet. You have hopes and dreams. Aim higher than electrician. No offense to any electricians here. But aim higher. President, astronaut, basketball player. But I was stubborn. I would have been like, you know what? I'm sticking to electrician. He should have been like, all right, it's fine. Because you can be drunk for that. You can be drunk. You know. But my actual job is a civil engineer. Any civil engineers here? Probably not. No. Any engineers? No. We're hard to find. But I like being an engineer, right? Because we're almost up there with lawyers, doctors. Not quite at that level. But it's nice to say you're an engineer. Sounds good, right? I'm not a good engineer. People assume when you say you're a lawyer, doctor, engineer, right, you're good, right? You don't have to be good. I'm not good. I had friends over the years. They'd be like, civil engineer? Oh, what bridges did you design? Because I'm not driving over those. I'm like, please. No. They wouldn't give me bridges. I tried. They're like, you look like you just did a bong hit in the parking lot. I'm like, was that wrong? Was that wrong to me? Should I not have done that? No. They gave me roads. Roads was good, right? It's like weatherman, right? I can be wrong. You can, good or bad design of a road, the winner, it's gonna pothole up, right? Doesn't matter. You get paid either way. So my office. I love my office. I have some office folks here. Talk about it a lot. So we all have that hot mess in our life, right? Right? That person that's always forgetting stuff, always losing stuff, has no idea how much is in their checking account at any given time, right? They don't balance their checkbook. You ask, did you balance your checkbook? They think you're like balancing like a basketball on your finger. That's me. I'm the hot mess, right? I always forget to charge my phone. That's my biggest weakness. Don't forget to charge my phone. Every night, I'm like, oh, as I'm falling asleep, I'm like, I should charge my phone, right? I should get up and charge my phone. I'm out. And then the whole next day is about charging the phone. At any given time, my phone is running on 5 to 10% battery life. That's where I'm at. So I'm bugging people the next day, right? Like, I need some juice. I got to charge up, right? I sound like a crack addict. Like, I need some juice, man. Just give me something. Just give me a bump, right? My coworkers got annoyed that. They were like, this is too much. So they had an intervention. They held an intervention. They called a meeting, and I went into it. I'm like, oh, God. What is this about? Is this because I'm eating everybody's lunch in the fridge? They're like, no, not that. Is this something a little too chatty in the bathroom? Is that what this is about? Not that either. This is about because I'm leaving half-filled mugs of coffee scattered throughout the office. Not that either, but please, stop doing that. Like, Joe, you got to start charging your phone. Well, if anyone's been through an intervention, there's a few stages. First, it was angry. I was like, you guys keep making me withdraw too early. It's your problem, right? It's denial. It's like, it's not my fault. It's the phone. They drain too fast. Blame Pornhub. It's not my fault, right? And then it's deflection. It's like, I can charge whenever I want. I just choose not to. Finally, I started charging my phone. So we have a nice, you know what I like about this crowd? We have a nice diversity of generations here. And I've noticed over the years, the difference in quality of work amongst the generations, right? So my grandfather was part of the silent generation. I don't know, you guys, what, boomers, silent generation, what? Hard worker. Got out of the war, Korean War, right? Stayed with one company for 50 years, right? 50 years. By the end, though, he was like basically obsolete. They couldn't get rid of him, but he stuck around. And that's what happens, right? You don't want to learn computers. Computers, please. You can relate to the young bucks there, right? They were all ordering fancy lunches, Thai, maybe some of that Vietnamese soup. What's that? Drawing a blank. Pho, yes. No, he was brown bag and meatloaf. His wife made him the night before. Everybody else had these new young cars, these new hip cars, right? He was driving an 83 Buick. Looked like he just drove off the lot. His dating advice, a little outdated, right? And kind of illegal in today's standards. Then you had the Millennials, right? The Millennials came in. They were going to change the world. They were going to reinvent the wheel. After 2 years, they were like, you know what? I'm just going to milk as much as I can, and I'm jumping ship for more money. Now you got the Gen Zers. Like yourself, young man. Gen Zers, right? They're coming in. They're like, with their cell phone streaming, hey guys, walking into work right now, #blessed, right? They have excuses, right? They're like, I'm going to be off Friday. Boss like, why? My grandmother died. I thought she died the month before. That was the other one. That was the other one. I have 3 grandmothers. You got a problem with that? That's a you problem. Right? Excuses are horrible. And you can't get them to do anything. They're like, I'm going to need you to do this. I'm not doing that. And you can't fire me. No, you can't fire me. I went to college. My dad's a lawyer. FYI, I'm filming you right now. Hashtag canceled. Anybody, you know what I noticed? Whenever you do something with a group, everybody wants to take a group photo, right? It's like, you're with a group, like, hey, everybody get together, we gotta do a group photo. And they're all the same, right? You got the one guy in the back, he doesn't know where he is. He's just looking around. You got the one guy, he's like, he wants to do a cheerleader pose in the front. Then you have the short girl. I don't know why it's always the short people. They lean down. You don't need to lean, you're short. Everybody can see you. But then, if they don't have a tripod, what do? They do a selfie group photo, right? I hate those. Hate those. There's always some fat... Whoever takes the photo, their fat head is blocking off half the photo, right? Everybody else is blurry in the back. Whenever I'm in these photos, my head is chopped off. Just my gut is showing. Like, God, I made this photo. I hate selfies to begin with. Right? Selfies, it's like, it's too close. I don't need to see anything that close. I don't even like seeing myself that close in the mirror. In the mirror, I stand back. Right? I don't need to see the grays and the whiskers and the pores. Right? You know what I'm talking about, right? But every once in a while, I'll get sucked in these group photos. But I'll try to hide. I'll try to hide in the back because I don't want to be in it. Somebody's like, Joe, you got to get in this photo. Don't you want to remember this? I'm like, remember this? I don't even want to be here. To be here. I don't want to remember this. So, as I turned 40, I realized I don't need a lot of friends, right? Sir, how many friends would you say you have? You, sir. 3, right? Right, you don't need a lot of friends. When you're younger, you want a lot of friends, but you reach a certain point where you're like, I don't need a lot of friends. By 40, I was like, I want to start cutting people out, right? More material things, less people. So I started doing annual reviews, right? I bring somebody over and I was like, I'm looking at the numbers here. Your average text message response time is about 6 hours. You couldn't make it to my birthday because you claimed you had to work late. You haven't been liking any of my posts. I'm gonna have to cut you out. It's been a good run. We had a good ride. We got to make some cuts. Got a severance package for you. Ticket stubs from that Green Day concert we went to. If you could, just leave my my spare key on the coffee table. Pet the dog on the way out if you want. If not, no worries. You're not going to see him anymore. So prison. Anybody been in prison? I haven't either, but I have 3 things I don't want to do in my lifetime. I don't want to get stabbed. I don't want to get electrocuted. I don't want to go to prison. Those are my 3 goals. Right? But we all know the rule, right? You go to prison, first day, you find the biggest, muscular, hardest dude, and you knock his ass out. That's how you get respect, right? I'm not doing that. Way too much work. I'm not doing that. I'm finding the weakest, frailest invalid, maybe in a wheelchair, catheter tube, and I'm knocking the piss out of that guy. Right? You get a little respect. I say, ooh, that guy's crazy. Stay away from that guy. I don't even want him in our gang. He doesn't respect our values. No, stupid. I know, stupid. I like it. Nobody likes it. But I'm going to finish up with karaoke. Got any karaoke singers in the house? But this guy does a little Bruce Springsteen, huh? No? What's your go-to? Nothing? You, sir?
Oh, no.
Frank Sinatra? What do you got? What's your go-to? Nothing. All right, just me then. This is what I love about karaoke. You don't have to be good. I'm not good. Terrible. Horrible. When I was a kid, I was good. My priest told me I had a beautiful voice. Or a beautiful mouth. One of the others. I don't remember. It's true. You don't have to be good though, right? I've never seen somebody come off the karaoke stage and people are like, oh, that was horrendous. How dare you? Succumb my ears to that trash? No. People are very generous. And I've noticed with karaoke, the more people, the more people that go up, the worse it gets, right? You get one guy that goes up, he's going to put on a good show. If he's white, he's probably going to dance. He's probably going to wave his arms, because that's how white guys, they just dance with their arms, right? They don't use their hips. But he's going to put on a good show. if it's 5 girls, they're going to sing Carrie Underwood's cheating song, right? They're all going to be awkwardly fighting for the mic, like, Becky, you better not take the chorus. I want it. Here's a little pro tip, though, for karaoke folks. I'll give you guys, since nobody here sings karaoke, I'll give you a little pro tip I've learned over the years, right? You pick a song that everybody loves. I go with Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline, right? I don't have to do anything, right? Right? It starts it off, where to begin, right? Right? I point the mic to the audience, get them singing, right? And then I walk off the stage, I don't even notice. I go to the bar, I get a drink, I'm talking to the bartender. I go outside for a cigarette. I may come back on stage, ba, 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 right? Go to the bathroom, check my Instagram. Then I come out for the big finale. Then I walk off the stage, I'm a hero. Slapping high fives, woo! They're like, oh man. Some guy comes up to me, he's like, you killed it. I'm like, no buddy, you killed it. Thank you so much. And I'm Joe Martelli, thank you so much guys. I think we got one more headliner for y'all.
Wow. I like doing